Hey guys, this is my review for Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance. Now just before I get started, I want to say that I love Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance. This game is a cinematic treat, and this game also has one of the best soundtracks I've ever heard in any game. Now this game was originally announced at E3 2009 as Metal Gear Solid Rising. It then went through a development hell, and Hideo Kojima eventually canned the project because his team wasn't experienced enough with swordplay to realize Kojima's vision of being able to cut anything. So then he handed the game over to Platinum Games, who are the creators of games such as Bayonetta and Vanquish. And then the game became Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance. Now the story was done by people at Kojima Productions, while the gameplay was handled by the designers at Platinum Games. Now the story for this game is a classic tale of good versus evil. You play as Raiden, the cyborg ninja, and you are working with a PMC security corporation called Maverick Security Consulting Incorporated. You work directly with Boris, Kevin, Courtney, and Dr. They provide support and tips during missions. You start out working for a prime minister who wants to help his war-torn country. He is then captured by Jetstream Sam and Sundowner of Desperado Enforcement LLC. Sundowner then kills the prime minister after you have an amazing boss battle against Metal Gear Ray. Sundowner then escapes as you fight Jetstream Sam. Then you are defeated, and just before you are killed, Boris and Maverick forces show up and Sam flees. The Doctor then builds you a new body, and you set out for a mixture of revenge and vengeance. That's why it's called Revengeance. You then discover that Desperado Enforcement is working with World Marshal, and together they are taking children off the streets and from broken homes and stealing their brains. The companies are taking the children's brains and putting them through VR training and making them kill to survive by killing soldiers, POWs, and civilians to try to teach them that killing feels good, to turn them into savage killing machines. You then embark on a quest to save the children. After you do find out that the head of World Marshal, Senator Armstrong's plan actually was to take over the world, so he sets out to start a war until America wins, and that he takes over America and remakes the world in his image. And I feel that the game had a touching ending with Sonny, and the reason I think this is because I feel that Sonny brings out the kind-heartedness of Raiden and shows the humanity that is still left inside that killing machine. But overall, I think the story was well done. The only thing holding back the gameplay is some camera issues, but the camera aside, the game has very tight controls with very fast pace and very fun gameplay. And this is one of the few games where you actually feel like you're using a sword, but that's mostly because of the blade mode. Blade mode is when you slow down time and are able to make precise cuts. In this mode, you are also able to chop your enemies into hundreds of pieces. And blade mode does use energy from your energy meter. You are able to cut many objects in the environment within reason, meaning you can't cut down buildings or things that would hinder your progression throughout the game. Along with the blade mode, while you are in it, you can pull off an amazing move called a Zandatsu. A Zandatsu is a move where you cut through the middle of an enemy and rip their power cell out, which is basically their heart, and you crush it in your hand to restore your health and your energy. And I know what you're thinking. Is there a rating system in this game? And yes, there is a rating system for the combat. The ratings are D, C, B, A, and S. It's standard through most character action games. The rating that you are given depends on how fast you are completing the combat scenario, how many Zandatsus you pulled off during the scenario, your highest combo streak, and the amount of kills that you got. Along with your ranking, you are also awarded battle points, which is the currency, and they're used to buy new skills and upgrade your weapons, health, and energy, and also buy new costumes. As for weapons, there are 3 types of weapons in the game. There are sub-weapons, unique weapons, and main weapons. All weapons are upgradable, and they are upgraded to cause more damage, take more energy from the enemy per slash, and reduce the amount of energy that is consumed while you are using blade mode. Some weapons are grenades, homing missiles, and rocket launchers. I rarely use these weapons because I felt that these weapons were fairly underpowered and they slowed the game pace just too much for me. While the unique weapons are the weapons that the bosses had, and you are able to buy them, use them, and upgrade them after you defeat the boss that had them. I found that they worked well, but I didn't like to use them much because I loved the main weapon in the game. The main weapon that Raiden has throughout the game is the high frequency blade, and you will soon fall in love with this weapon because from my point of view it's the best weapon in the game because it allows for fast-paced action and you are able to use this weapon through every scenario. And this game does have collectibles, and I think that they're well done because they give you more VR missions, concept art, health upgrades, and energy upgrades. So in closing, I love this game. This is possibly one of my favorite games of all time. So with that in mind, guys, I recommend this for everybody. Everybody should buy this game and play it to the end. This game is amazing, and I think you should go out and buy it right now if you haven't already. Hey guys, thanks for watching, and remember to like, favorite, comment, subscribe, share it with friends, do all the socials, and I'll see you guys next time.
Yes! Swing it wide open! Хорошо, very good. But do not rest easy just yet, huh? He's on the other side of that glass.